Hello. Welcome to Shabby. tonight is Ladies' Night. Can't go on, can you? Oh, it's funny. I was just saying just a minute ago. I'm absolutely wetting myself. I did. it's all, I mean, I'm probably used to having ladies on the stream, with Matt, Shabby, and Sai, but these are like real ladies. So anyway, we'll see how it all goes. But anyway, thanks all for coming. Let's all go from there. Who we got first? Let's have a look. Here's our first guest. Representing Chasing 80s, the lovely Anna. Hello, lovely Anna.
Hello.
How are you? Are you nervous?
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I'm not used to this.
I was like, this is going to be a doddle. This is going to be easy. And then I just realised when I saw the room full of ladies, I wet myself. I thought, oh no, hang on a minute, I'm going to be careful here. But anyway, the lovely Anna's here. Who's next? Let's have a look. Representing the whole Chronicles is the lovely Emily. Hello, Emily. How are you?
Hi, Shabby. Hi, Anna.
Hi.
Are you ready for your debut live stream, if you will?
I'm ready for my debut. Thanks for having me.
That's awesome having you. Let's see who else is here. Representing the Scubas, the lovely Leslie. Hello, lovely Leslie.
Hello, Shabby. Hello, Anna. Hello, Emily.
Hello. There's three
It's
down.
so
Here.
exciting.
I know it's going to be awesome. Oh, talking about lovely. Look who's here. Representing D-Tim to Collectibles, one of our favourites, the lovely Helen. Hello, lovely Helen.
Hello, how are we?
Hello.
The ladies.
Hey.
Hello, Helen.
Right, this is absolutely brilliant. All right, let's see who else is here. The lovely George is here. We've got Georgie.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey, ladies. White Shabs.
Hello.
look at this. This is awesome. Just two more to go. Look at this. YouTube
Hello.
old school here. Look at this. She knows what she's doing. How are you, pal?
I'm doing good. How are you?
And it's funny because my last guest, you usually just see her hands on salacious. you just see her hands on bricks. But here she is, making her Shabby debut. Hi, Steph.
Hello, hello. Hi, guys.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself where Emily is because obviously I've got the sign right there. But how is everybody? Look at this. Look at this. A plethora of goodness.
Good.
So really, we've been talking about this for I know, Leslie, you've been bringing this up for a while, getting all the ladies to do a stream or whatever.
Yeah, it's been years.
So it's your fault.
Right. So, but listen, there's no pressure at all. There's only over 55 people watching at the moment, so we'll have it good. We'll be a good show. So let's just have a look who's here to see everybody. We have I'm going to go all the way back up to the top. Bloody hell, these lads have gone mental. You know, you get a bit of eye candy on, and everyone's here. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable.
I mean, you can't blame them. We're all gorgeous.
Well, yeah. Although he's here to sing for Shabby, so that's not cheers, local. I appreciate that. Oh, one of our favourites, the lovely DCB's here. Hi, DCB. G4 says, I've got my singles ready. Single? Oh, there's Kat. Thanks all for coming. Kieran says, hello, local hero. Here's someone we all know, the lovely Martin. Who's on the show tonight? Look, Martin. Look at this. Do you know what I mean? Shabby's gone all out. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Oh, look who's here. Good evening, everyone. Looking forward to tonight and a happy birthday to Shabby and Si. Thank you very much, my friend.
Yes, happy birthday, Shabby.
Yes,
Shabby.
Hi, off screen.
Brilliant, brilliant. Kieran's here. Emma Guppy, the lovely Emma. Thanks, Ems. Here we go. Universal says, evening, ladies. Shabby, hey to the chat. Should I be worried? Also, well,
Yes, you
you never
should.
know what Georgie says. You know, that's one of the best things. The best person on here, though, to be honest, that tells you stuff is Anna. Oh, there's stuff I found out about her. Me and DTM, we were in absolute.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Your husband's face when he was like, "Oh no," you know what I mean? But I won't say. But it was really good. Oh, happy birthday, Si. How are you, pal?
Happy birthday, Si.
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Si.
the lovely
Birthday.
Andrew Lemire is here. Hello, Andrew Lemire. Let's have a look. Shouldn't you be put on this? Hey, Stu, shouldn't you be put on this panel too? Charming, eh, Georgie? Charming. DCB says hello. I mean, happy birthday. Thank you, pal. I appreciate that. Is Claire? Hello, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
Hi.
The lovely DTM. Happy birthday, Captain Shabster. If only you were spending your birthday with a load of women. Well, I'm a sexual magnet. I can't help myself. Just before they all start falling in love, I am a married man. So I've just got to get that clear. You know what I mean? This is brilliant. Let's have a look. Travels with Jason is here. Loads of people have turned up. Loads of people. Mr. Knight's come and turned up. So you met Keith Knight, didn't you? At Echo, is that right, Georgie?
Yeah.
First
First time.
I didn't go this time. No, I stayed at home.
No, sad trombone. Miss Johnson.
Does it? Let me ask you all the question. You've all been to conventions and stuff like that. Does it smell as bad as I hear it smells?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to take some after spray or something, Febreze?
Yeah.
Most men don't know the concept of what deodorant or cologne is, apparently. Like,
Yeah.
they just.
Now,
Yeah,
I
we
will
need to
say
take
all
Adam
of them-
Berry with us and just put him in front of us so he can, be the nice.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I mean, well, you're exactly right. I know one
Some
person that
Vicks
smells
in your
nice. Somebody took a leaf out of his book and smelled that nice. You know, I can never work this out though, to be honest, ladies. Yeah, I couldn't go somewhere without at least having a shower. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Shower is perfect. I will say, if you're with any of our men, they all smell fresh and clean and deodorized.
Well, some of them
There's
do. I don't want to,
levels.
I've met most of them. Some of them smell all right. The rest of them, I don't know.
What is? Can we go further into that? What is that smell anyway? I mean, why is it? What is it?
It's like
coming
nothing on earth.
from? Is it a
isn't,
basement?
Deo to
Just
no
love
end.
Yeah, it's
It's
gross.
unique.
Even on the first day, you would think after like several days you get it, whatever. On the first day, you're like, wow, like did half the people not bathe? It's gross.
Yeah.
At least the first day, take a shower and be ready. And then
when you're in such a tight, confined space with everybody. Ugh. Horrible.
Yeah.
I'm
Convention
happy
stank.
when my nose goes nose blind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
you still have that one that is just over the top that still hits you.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely brilliant. Well,
We
you
were
just
all Vicks in our nose before we walked into.
That's a plan. I was thinking about getting car air fresheners, the ones on the dangle, just going round and plonking them around the boys' necks and just have like a car air freshener hanging around their neck.
Well, I'm glad you lot have just told 65 people they stink. I really am happy with that.
We're here to help. We're here to help.
None of them. Not them.
Absolutely. So let me ask you all a question, and we'll go around it here. When did you lot become big nerds?
I was born this way, so
You were born with it. So we like this as kids then, because obviously us lads, us lads, we've never grown up. Do you know what I mean? Look behind every one of us. Buy some deodorant. No, I'd rather buy an action figure. We're those sort of books. When did you lot get into it all? And were you like this as kids, and you just loved your pop culture and that kind of thing? So Anna, I'll start with you, and Emily, I'll start with you, and we'll go across.
First of all, I'm not a collector. As you can see, I'm the only one without a
The
toy background. I grew up though in the Star Wars era, the toys, the 80s. So Andy and I often say to each other, if it's important to you, it's important to me. So this is more of, I'm a supportive, I'm just here for the fun. I'm here for you guys, really.
I see. So really what you're saying is, what have I got myself into with this bloke? Is that what it is? What am I doing? Why do I want to come here? Do you know what I mean?
But your question was, when did you become a nerd?
Yeah.
Like Leah, there's somebody else said, I was just born this way. It's just in me. It's in me. It's in my DNA.
Yeah. Anna, what about you?
I'm not a collector. Jeff stuff.
So well, both of you. I don't really like this stuff. I only came up because
I'm an anti-collector. I am
an anti-collector.
I just see it as stuff you have to move to dust, and I brought really nothing of value into our relationship.
You did too. You brought your purses.
Well, that's true. I guess if I was a collector, I would collect handbags, but the ones I want to collect are the handbags I can't afford. So I guess there's that. I don't know. I feel like I've never been good at. I'm more minimalist, I guess. I love Disney. I'm a Disney nerd, completely Disney parks nerd. But even when we go to Disney, I come home with stuff I can wear, jewelry, clothes, that kind of stuff. I don't collect any of the other like pins or any collectible type things. I just.
All right, well, let me ask you and Emily a question then. If you had to start collecting, if there was something that you thought, you know what, I'm going to start collecting this, what would it be?
Bottega Veneta bags.
I'm like Anna. I don't have a desire for a collection. I can't even go there because I'm like it. I don't want to move stuff to dust.
Yeah.
Minimalist.
This is so good. This is so good. What a great thing this has turned out to be. Yeah. So what do you collect? Nothing. Absolutely brilliant. Georgie, explain to him.
For me, I was kind of born into it, I guess. My earliest recollection of when I got started into collecting was probably about 8 years old, somewhere around there. And my drawer was a cartoon character of the 1920s called Bonzo that was created by Georgie Studdy.
Right.
And he's a cute little Bonzo dog. And he was in a lot of almost like a Snoopy style kind of comic strips, and there was lots of prints and art and toys about him. And that's what started me off collecting. And some of my collection was printed in a book, and it's really nice actually. But my mum and dad always collected like tin plate toys, Jukos. Mum collected porcelain dolls, Steiff bears. I used to collect Merrythought bears. So from that point on, but the toy figures didn't start until about 12 years ago ish, 13 years ago. Yeah. That's how I got into that side of the action figures and yeah.
Lovely. Helen, what about you?
I think I've always been a hoarder. So
Have you? Yeah.
Everything. I wouldn't really call it a collection. I've just hoarded a lot of crap. And then when I met the lovely Dave, it was then, oh, I like that. That's cute. I love that. So then that's when my sort of collection started and sort of growing out of hand, really. But yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Really a collector as such as a hoarder.
You see, because Leslie, you're in your own collection room there. So
I am.
So you're big on this, aren't you?
I am a collector as of probably 2.5 years ago for myself. Scuba, gosh, when he started collecting, I started collecting stuff with him, looking for him and enjoying it. And when you have such a big appearance and everything that Scuba has, you just join in. And there was getting no more room for his stuff. So I thought, okay, maybe he'll start finding stuff for me. And I hooked on, and yeah, I spent all day yesterday kind of organizing because I realized I didn't have everything out like I wanted. So that was a fun day.
Just decorating it all nice.
Just
What about you, Steph? What about you?
Yeah, I don't really collect. I'm a collector at heart, though. The reason I don't collect now is because I have to get 100% of everything. So it's, I don't even want to start because these collections are just so massive. When I was a kid, I collected My Little Pony and Polly Pocket.
Oh, like Stu. Like Stu does.
Yeah. And Littlest Pet Shop. But then as I got older, you know, you go into your teenage years and it's all bags and shoes. So I had a massive shoe collection. And then just as an adult, yeah, it's just kind of like, I just can't get started because it just won't end. And then Martin's been trying to get me more into collecting recently. I think mostly just to make him feel better and not so guilty about his
Right, did he turn around and say, "Oh, I think you should be collecting Star Wars, Steph"?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, he's gonna push Lego."
Specifically vintage collecting, Steph. You should start collecting that. Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's it.
Watch out, he'll just start buying for you. That's kind of
yeah. Probably we'll see what Christmas brings. But
what about you, Kat?
So I've always kind of been a collector, but when I was 11, I became an inbox collector, as you can see.
Look at that.
That's one wall. I'm surrounded by stuff, but it was my brother-in-law's fault. So I remember we went to a toy store and then I was like, "Hey, you gonna open it up?" He goes, No. He goes, "I actually leave them in box." "Oh, why do you do that?" "Because I'm a collector." And he had this small little shelf and I was just like, "What?" "Oh," and I adored my brother-in-law, so I wanted to be like him. So this is all his fault. So if I want to take it out, I have to buy 2, but it's a little more expensive to do that. But back in the day, you know, you could do that. You could buy a few and take some out and have them on. But yeah, this is his fault. So
what was it like? I mean, my girls, I've got 2 girls, for example, and I think because I've collected ever since they were born, basically. They never got into girls' toys. They loved action figures and they loved things like that. I don't think I think besides Monster High, I never bought Barbies and stuff like because you weren't into. Were you the same as kids then? Was it just all about girls' toys or did you like boys' toys just as much?
It was both. So I had tons of Barbies, but I have so many memories of my brother. Like he had Robin Hood toys. We had Star Wars toys. So my Barbies would invade the Ewok village or would try to come down and you have, you know, the little ram thing from Robin Hood toy. He would like ram it into my Barbie so I'd rip off her leg and throw it, you know, or like Ewoks would be jumping on her trying to eat her, like all this. But I remember taking over his stuff and then we had really good friends that moved away and they gave us like a whole living room full of toys. And so we just divided the Star Wars stuff. He's like, "I got this, you get this," you know, we just kind of divided it. So it's always been kind of both for me.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Let me ask you another question. When is too early to put your Christmas stuff up?
Oh, never too early.
It's never too early.
I've been wanting to put my Christmas stuff up now for about 2 weeks, right? So I've been talking about it on CSR and our side, and everybody else is like, "Shabby, you're a weirdo." But I just thought we're having the ladies on. You decorate your houses for Christmas and so forth. When is too early? It's just a question.
It's never too early. Me and Martin love Christmas. We usually put it up 1st of November.
It's in November, awesome.
It stays into January.
I just don't. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to just keep it up. You know, like Andy kept his tree up for about 2 years, didn't he? So I might just do that.
Halloween's the best holiday.
See, I'm not a fan of Halloween. I don't know whether I don't know whether us English will recognise it. I don't know what it's like now, but when we were kids, it wasn't really that. It was big Halloween, but it was only the night, wasn't it? Really, you know what I mean, Helen? It was really go on for about a month for Halloween. I'm like, how many?
It was like that here in the States too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like on and on and on like it is now. It was one night somewhere right around Halloween. You would go out, you would trick or treat, and then have have your candy scanned for needles and
Right.
razors, and then you got to enjoy it.
What do you mean for needles?
Oh yeah,
It was the 80s.
people would give. You had to get your stuff because people found razors and needles and all kinds of bad stuff in candy.
Yeah, we could not eat our candy before we got home, and my parents touched it. You know, like went
Unless
through
it was
all
a
of it.
house you knew. If it was a house you knew, and you could take homemade things from a house you knew, but if it wasn't that, it immediately went into the garbage.
Wow, you joking?
Wow.
Can I just say
yeah.
as well, we're up to 70 people in the chat.
Wow.
Thank you all so much. So no pressure, Steph. No pressure, Steph. It's easy. This. No pressure. You probably
You don't even look at the people count. You just talk to us.
Yeah.
That's all you
You know what I mean?
You guys.
Well, the thing about it is, most you 70 people are watching. You're probably like, well, I like these girls, but I don't know that much about them. And you know, Shabby, can you tell us more? Well, I'll tell you what these girls have been up to in the Ladies' Night Gallery. There you go.
You've been so
Wow.
busy.
Best week of my life, ladies.
Oh
And
so
can I just
fun.
say, I've never looked that good in a bathing suit. So
I know, neither.
Yeah.
I will take it.
The way outside gets these pictures, oh, he's around and about. You all worked at Hooters, which was nice. You all did carry on moving. Oh.
I love the recreation of Titanic. How did you know I used to do that in my bedroom? So
Titanic, absolutely brilliant. But anyway, I've asked some of the lads to send in some questions. So
Oh no.
Oh no.
I've got some questions for you. Now, obviously, I'm going to be behind on the chat, so I apologize about that. But here's a question. Let's have a look at the first question. Holoconicals, the lovely Andy Holoconicals said. I can't wait to hear your answers on this. What is the most expensive thing your husband's bought in his collection that you know of? Right. So, or in Kat's case, what is the most expensive thing you've bought, Kat? But so, what's the most expensive thing your husbands have bought?
Well, I'll start off with that. The flag. Oh my goodness, I just forgot. It's what transferred from Anna's house to my house. What is it?
I was so happy to get rid of that.
Yeah.
That's down in my house.
So what you're saying is the flag is the most expensive thing Scuba's bought?
No. It's one of them.
I know for a fact it isn't.
I don't even ask prices anymore. But what is that shuttle thing? It starts with
that was only about $5. That was cheap. That wasn't expensive. Steph, what about you? What's the most expensive thing your husband's bought?
Oh, me, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just looking around trying to find it. It's the Canadian Yoda variant, and I can't.
Listen to you, the Canadian Yoda.
I just copy what he says. I have no.
Oh, brilliant.
I know that was several hundred, but yeah, that.
Yeah. All right, we'll stick with that then. That's the most expensive thing you. Kat, what's the most expensive thing you've bought in your collection?
So I didn't buy it, but I have an expensive thing that an ex-boyfriend bought me. He spent $900
$900. What's he buying?
on the original Revenge of the Jedi movie poster. He spent $900 on it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
So
You'll get a phone call from Andy Lamine in about 5 minutes. Hey,
well, you said to bring something to show, and this is like my baby, so I do have it to show later.
oh, nice. Yeah, we're gonna have a look through some of your stuff.
Yeah.
What about that DTM? How much has he spent? How much has he told you he spent?
Dave doesn't spend money. I
Yeah,
buy
well,
the
right.
most expensive stuff.
Oh, dear.
I don't know. It's got all sorts. I'll just nod and go, oh, very nice.
Let me
So
ask you a
$20,
question.
$20, right?
$20, yeah. $20. Do they buy anything else other than toys when you go out with them? Like, do they spend money on like aftershave or? Well, I think we've established they don't spend money on aftershave, but I mean, do they spend money on clothes or anything else like that?
No. Any clothes are really expensive to Dave. It's like, I'm not spending that, but they'll see some of the same value of a figure and they'll be like, oh, I'm getting that. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Georgie, what about you? Bear in mind that you know all your husbands, so bear in mind when you tell me these answers, you know.
That has to be Jabba's sail barge, I would say, is probably his most expensive purchase. But it's actually inexpensive when you think about it, because the box is so big. It was his second home for a while. So everyone's a winner.
Can you not work it out? So in other words, if any, because I know that lovely Jeff has just spent a bit of money on those 12-pack Star Wars things. I'm not going to say how much he spent, but it wasn't.
That's a
cheap.
multiple.
But do you go mad? Do you like? Why have you bought that?
I don't know. Yes, I suppose initially, but then, it's happened. What are you going to do? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, we don't do a lot of things. We don't smoke. We're not heavy drinkers. We save a lot of money where we can. We do like to try and save to go on vacations and stuff. But at the end of the day, we haven't got anything else that absorbs money anywhere else. And if you can do it and it gives you happiness, why not?
It's pretty weird that you said that, because ever since we've met Stu, we've all become heavy drinkers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anna, did you go mad when you bought that stuff? What, Kat? Sorry, what did you say?
Sorry, I was just saying, especially after being on his quiz.
Oh yeah. You have to drive anybody to drink, hey?
Anna, tell us the truth. Did you go mad?
Close. There was a few moments of like me hyperventilating because I do I take care of our financial stuff as far as balancing things and yeah, I was real about that one. When we first brought it up, there was a silence for a while.
Did he wed himself?
How many days, weeks?
No, so Jeff is really good at he's really good at speculating and like with comic books, like he's proven himself as far as buying something and having it selling it later for a profit and all that stuff, and that's I appreciate that. But I have trust issues. So
brilliant.
So, yeah, I had a hard time with this little whole.
Although there was a picture of you outside Chanel's handbag place last week. I'll just say that. Do you know what I mean?
But okay, so that little bag from Chanel didn't cost anywhere near what this stuff cost. Anywhere. And it was my birthday. So
does it make sense to you, Emily? Because like I said, you're new to all this. When Andy spends a couple of dollars on
Yes,
a poster.
I think Color Chronicles is begging to be called out. I think I'm in a unique position. I must be the only one. First of all, not married. So that may give some background as to the big purchase that was made last year. Andy and Gary purchased a big collection.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say the number. $30,000.
$6,000 cap.
So that's
Star
what
Wars.
I know. That's the biggest purchase. I know of. But that doesn't live in my.
Would you go mad though? Would you go mad if your husband turned around to you and said, "Can I have $30,000?" Yeah, would you be mad?
No,
yeah, you would.
No, I think
my wife would leather me. I'd be scared to death even to think about asking her. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit, but let me try to answer that. I don't think so. They broke that up, and
right.
Sold most
and they
of it.
sold
So
a lot of it
that
off.
wouldn't.
So
no, not at all.
Kind of like Jeff's, he sold something to help pay for his. Andy does the same. Pete has done that too, and you just pick up and move on. You gotta love them, even though you're mad for a few moments.
Shabby, you've stepped up. The scooters never looked better. Why? Thank you. I had a shave. That's what it. Oh, you meant it.
And DCB June, I have to say, yes, it was a hard answer for me a question to answer because more than half my house is Scuba's collection.
Simon's got a question for you. Our manga fandanga. He says, if you want to spice things up in the bedroom and you wanted your fella to dress up, would they be like? What would they be? What outfit? And why would Jeff Barker be a gladiator?
That's in my head now. Thanks.
So to spice things up in the bedroom, I asks, what cosplay would you like your fellas to dress up in?
I prefer to keep that silent. Because there might not be much of a costume except for, cowboy boots or something.
Cowboy boots? You filthy animal.
Oh my gosh, who's watching this? No.
Well, you want your husband to wear
his cowboy boots on.
Right. What about lovely DTM? What would he look good in? DTM? What would he look good in, Helen?
Why automatically did I think of ET? I really don't know.
God. Oh my God! He could borrow VTR Dave's light up ET finger.
I'm just gonna send you guys a bunch of pieces for Christmas.
So we've got naked with cowboy boots. We've got ET. What do you reckon? Save it, Kat. What would you like your fella to dress up in?
I mean, it goes a long way with a Vader helmet, a Mando helmet. I mean, you can't tell me you guys weren't all over Mando. Like, I'm fine. You don't take off your helmet. I'm fine with that. That's fine. You don't need to take off your helmet.
Obviously, for you, Steph, it would be Martin's Hoth jacket, right? That we've seen hundreds of pictures in. Do you know what I mean?
Just the jacket, yeah. Nothing else, just the jacket.
But if there was something else, Steph, what would it be?
It would be a suit. Martin knows how to rock a suit, so it would be yes.
A suit. Look at that. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I love an accountant. Insurance brokers get me going. Oh, absolutely brilliant. brilliant. Oh,
Much more like the tux kind rather than accountant kind.
I'm just picturing all your husbands in his outfit.
With the calculator.
Oh, DTM with his finger out like that. Oh, man. Georgie, what about you?
That's quite an easy one for me. Because when Stu
You already done it, Georgie. You already done it. Is that what
when Stu did A Few Good Men, and he was playing the part of Catherine for Tom Cruise's role. So the white naval uniform.
So we all know what Georgie was thinking of when she should have been thinking of the lines in that place. I see, Georgie, I see. Anna, what about you?
Gosh, for me, there's one particular suit that he tried on when we were in Charleston once.
Yeah.
So like,
we've seen him in this. We've seen him in this.
Yeah. There's a picture on Facebook. But if it was up to him, he'd probably dress up as like, I don't know, the Mandalorian or a stormtrooper. But that's not.
Imagine. I'm ready, Anna. Obviously, Emily, we've all seen Andy in his Yoda cagoule, which we all find attractive.
Super
but what
sexy.
else would there be besides that?
I gotta say the James Bond recent episode that he did with Hollow Chronicles, that thumbnail, it was really doing it for me with the tux.
You're like a waiter.
Somebody didn't say that. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Brilliant.
I like the Bond look.
You like the Bond look? Oh
Yeah.
my God, this is awesome.
Thanks, Sai. Thanks for that one, Sai.
You do realise when I meet all your fellas, one of them's going to give me a black eye. You know that, don't you? Right, let's get to some more. Let's have a look what else we've got. Oh, God, I'm crying. Brilliant. E.T. Can't get over that. Oh. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what else I've got here. All the Chronicles we've
Leslie,
got.
I think we're having internet problems. Let me check it with my cowboy boots.
Oh, brilliant. Here we go.
Yeah.
Right, TJC's got a question for you all. My question to the girls, which I'm sure you've already asked, is having a partner that collects. Did it influence you, or were you influenced by anybody else, or were you a collector beforehand? We've kind of answered that, but if you want to say it again.
Yeah, I guess I was kind of influenced a bit by it. But as I say, I just don't know what I'd go into, and I just have to do 100% completist. So yeah, so I've not really gone into it.
Right. Anybody else?
I dated guys that weren't collectors, and then I got them into collecting. So it's kind of reversed for me.
What was it like for that, though? Because us lads, obviously the sexiness shows through our collections. When you go out for a meal and say, we're going to come back and see my Black Series. It works every time, as we all know. But what was it like for you that, bringing someone back to your house and seeing your collection or whatever?
They're just like, oh, you collect? Like, oh, you probably collect Barbies. And I'm like, no, I'm really into like Star Wars and this and Halo, Tomb Raider, all this kind of stuff. And they're like, yeah, okay. And then they're like, oh. They would just see a wall of figures and stuff. And they're just like, oh, hi. Want to cuddle and watch a movie? But none of them were collectors. They were just kind of whatever. And then they got into collecting because I was like, they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing my route of collection stores so I can get more stuff. Oh, can I come? And then they started their own. So
this is what I mean. I mean, I've done it forever, and I don't think I can. I think that's what it is. A lot of people say, "Oh, he's been Shabby might be having midlife crisis." Not really. When I've been doing it since I've been late teens, 20s. Do you know what I mean? I've just always enjoyed. Keeps me young, I suppose. I just enjoy collecting. I've always done it. Helen made a point before about hoarding, and I suppose in a way that's kind of. I mean, I'm from a family that never threw anything out. Do you know what I mean? There was always, always. That's how Tub Thumpers started, because obviously my mum, our side found all these tubs with everything we had as kids or whatever, So yeah, I love doing this. Steve, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, there's a lot of memories with toy collecting. You know, like I have a memory of going to the midnight toy release at Toys R Us for the Clone Wars set, and I got to meet the 501st for the first time. You know, I got to do all these. So it's not just the toy collecting itself; it's all the memories I make with it, or if I went with different people. So I think that's why I enjoy it so much.
Right, got you. Well, yeah. I don't know, Anna. You should just do it, Anna. You should go out and buy a toy next week, Anna, and say to yourself, you know, instead of a bag, Anna, buy a toy, and you go, oh, I think I might buy it.
Don't do it. I refuse.
Anna may be like me. I have already said I don't collect, but it has opened up a whole world for me that I didn't know even really existed. My son and I, there's a local toy show here that we've gone to for years, every year, but I've never been into it. But to see Andy's collection, the friendships he's made, the excitement of finding something, that's all new for me and super fun. So I love it for him.
I think that's one of the things that's happened, though. I mean, we've all done it. That's the thing. But when you look at the community we have, we're from all over the world. You know, you go into these chats and there's everyone from everywhere, you know, from Timbuktu to England, if you will. And I think when COVID hit, for some reason, we all just found each other. And it was just weird. And it's like, I think that's one of the reasons why, I mean, cow contest to this, and most of you that have, that started up YouTube channels and done it, we've all known each other for such a long time now. So it's like there's no awkwardness and no weirdness, and just sharing our pop culture, really, in it. I mean, do you think the same way? Do you look at obviously I know what all the lads think, but what do you girls think of this type of community? Do you enjoy it? Are you happy you came in here?
I do, yeah.
I do.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, everyone's really fun. It's all just for having a laugh, and yeah, it's just really fun. I think everyone's of the same sort of frame of mind, which is interesting to find a group of people that's all kind of got the same sort of vibe about them. So yeah, we've been really enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what to expect coming in. Like the first time I went to Joe Fest, I had just heard, like Jeff talk about you.
I'll never forget the first time I met you. Your eyes were like, "Oh God, what is this?"
I know.
Hey, what the hell is Parker took me? What is this? You know what I mean? Brilliant.
But even though I'm not a collector, and half the time when you guys are talking, it's like a different language to me. I'm like, oh, I have no clue what you're talking about. I don't know. But I think there's definitely a connection between all of us, even though we're completely different, which is nice.
All of us, yeah.
Exactly.
Different cultures and everything, different backgrounds, different acts. Everything's different except for this. But it's just funny how we've all just attached to each other, and everyone's met up now. And even the people abroad, you can see everyone in England and Ireland going to the shows, and everyone meeting up. And it's like, Georgie was saying before, and Helen, they've just met Keith Knight, and I love that. Do you know what I mean? I love it. It's like when you lot came on here now, and some of you have met and some of you hasn't. To me, that's like, oh, well, that's weird, because I think I know everybody.
Well, it's one of those, where the ladies' common bond is the bond where all of our guys have become friends.
Yeah,
they're ladies. They can be collectors, crafters, just not do anything. There's so many different pieces to all of us, but they all just fit. It's amazing.
But I think, though, this is why I'm glad we've done this, because I'm glad that you ladies have got involved. Do you know what I mean? It's always nice to have your perspectives and so forth. And like I say, the thing about it is, even though there's a couple of you on here that don't collect, you're always supportive, which I think is awesome. I think that's a lovely. My missus is the same way. She started off making the videos, but then basically ended it off what she said when I asked her to make another one. Do you know what I mean? But she is supportive of it, and I think you lot are the same way. Oh, thanks, Cole. Sorry, my son's just coming with a bunch of parcels.
Oh. So Claire has a good statement that all of us wives can attest to. She says the best part of side collecting is that I sometimes get free weekends.
Yeah, you sometimes get treated to a spa hotel or something.
I will say
I really need to avert my eyes.
Yeehaw!
It's okay if you need a moment, Leslie. It's okay.
Oh my God.
Hey, Leslie, your camera's all steamed up. What's happened? Oh, absolutely brilliant.
I heard the walking and I'm like, oh, what's coming in?
Right, I've got another question for you. This is for Steve, our Lord Melvalder. What was your favourite toy when you were a child? So I'll start with Anna. What was your favourite toy?
Oh my gosh, why start with me?
Now you're gonna regret being an A name, right?
I know. I had this is weird. Well, not weird. I had a little doll from Annie that came with a locket, the broken locket from Annie. And then my mom took me to see Annie when it came to Portland, the Broadway touring company, when I was 5. And and then I wanted everyone to call me Annie. And I carried that doll and wore that locket until like forever. It seemed like, I don't know what happened to it, but that was probably, because I was a redhead and I just felt like, this can't be my family. My real family's like, well, no, that sounds horrible. But, I loved that show. It got me started down the path of being in musical theater and doing all that and studying. And that doll had a lot to do with it. So
Awesome. Emily, what about you?
I was big into Barbies. I had a day to night Barbie, and I swore that's kind of what my life would be like. I thought I'd be a businesswoman in the day and like going out on the town at night. That was my favorite.
I had the same dream.
A big pink tulle skirt. Yeah, I loved Barbies. I actually have one of mine. I think you were going to ask us to share later, but I brought one of my toys from my childhood.
Yeah, that's what we're going to end up with. We're going to see what specialty is.
I had a pretty big Barbie collection, but I'm seeing lots of comments about shoes. I have to take it back. I guess I am. I wouldn't call myself a collector, more like Helen. I'm hoarding shoes. I do. I probably have a shoe collection. So I take it back. Shoes.
See, you're one of us then. You're one of us.
Exactly right.
I belong, guys.
Georgie, what was your favorite toy as a kid?
Oh, I'm really torn because I had a few things side by side that I just always played with. So it'd have to be a toss up between that lovely house that's over her right shoulder. Yeah. I had a load of strawberry shortcake stuff. So yeah,
look at that.
That was something very much that I loved. But something that I carted around with me would have been a little curly ginger haired Cabbage Patch doll in a red anorak.
My wife, when I was asking my wife this question years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, and I turned around to her and said, no, it wasn't. It was about 10 years ago. And I said, was a toy that you wanted as a kid? And our Jen had a very strict upbringing, so she didn't really get that much toy-wise. She said she always wanted a Cabbage Patch doll, right? So I said, oh, that's awesome. So anyway, on this site, I actually found one, a box one, and this and that. And I thought I'd go all out of this. And I gave it for Christmas. She couldn't care less. I was gutted. So yeah, I've got it. He's still on my shelf up here, but she was like, yeah, thanks. I thought, hang on a minute, you just told me this whole story about how you didn't have a Cabbage Patch Kid. Helen, what about you?
Well, it'd been no shock. It was my Sylvanians. Absolutely.
Sylvanians,
I had a bear and a dog that didn't have families, and they both had a child apiece. So they were from separated homes, sad stories. So I used to make wedding dresses out of tissues for the bear so they could get married and live happily together as a blended family. I would spend literally hours making dresses for him. Out there. Yeah.
Look at that. Men, stay silent. Deny everything. Was it always strawberry shortcake for you, Leslie, or was it different as a kid?
It was different as a kid. I maybe had one strawberry shortcake doll, but the big thing I had was the little TV tray that's up here. It's kind of up on that top shelf. Yeah. That was about all I had of strawberry shortcake. I had more Care Bears. I did have a Care Bear, but I had more of the Cabbage Patch dolls. And actually I came into a chance of collecting Cabbage Patch because we had gotten a big old buttload of toys from one of our friends who was just cleaning out his stuff, and he said, you take one thing, you get it all. So we got a tub of My Little Ponies, a big tub of Cabbage Patch dolls, and it just didn't sync with me like strawberry shortcake. I think strawberry shortcake now is more of what I dreamed of having back then. And so not only do I have the American, I've kind of ventured off into the Brazilian side of strawberry shortcake.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So here I thought I almost had everything. I had everything in the US.
Yeah.
And then I can't talk about what Pete has paid for stuff.
I'll tell you.
Comes around.
Before I get to Kat, there's somebody here, and I always I always have to play this every time he turns up. Absolutely brilliant.
There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright.
Rolando! There he is. Good old Rolando's here. Absolutely brilliant. Kat, what was your favorite toy as a kid?
Okay, so I had lots of them, but the one that I still play with Rafi is a Lion King set. It was Pride Rock, the Elephant Graveyard. You could have bubbles in it. You know, you put little soap and water in it, and then you turn it around. It's got a house on it.
Yeah.
So, but that one he steals from me. So, but that one, you know, always stands out as my favorite. So.
And Steph, what about you?
So I was pony mad when I was a kid. So my favorite was this My Little Pony, and I can't remember her name, but she was all glitter and pink, and she had a crown, so she was a princess, and she had like a little robe that went down her back, and she had little fiber optic like little things coming out of her crown, and that's what made her like super special. And you click a button and they like all sparkle.
But you can't remember it. You can't remember those names.
I can't remember her name.
Don't worry. I'll message Stu right now and ask him. Stu.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh my God. Let's have a look. Georgie won't know what Stu's most expensive item is until he unboxes his mountain of boxes. Yeah, why does he never open his boxes, Georgie?
I have no idea. And I always say, well, there's nothing else coming through, is there? Because we're trying to obviously save for the vacation and stuff. It's like, no, there's no more boxes. And then they just seem to multiply. But that was an older pre-order. Yeah, okay.
Pre-order.
All right. Yeah, that old chestnut.
Yeah.
Shabby's working undercover for the Inland Revenue. I'll sort it all out. No problem. I got away with that one. It's 650 quid if you were wondering. It was definitely Jeff's birthday when he picked up those mocks. Well, yeah. Do you know what mock means, Hannah? Do you know what a mock is? Mint on card. They are, you see?
Mint on card. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
I will say, in Jeff's defense, though, he got an absolute bargain for what he got. I mean, that is.
You guys are making me feel better. I mean, like, when it was happening, I was kind of like, but you guys all helped, like, to reassure me that this is a good purchase. But in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, I could buy a really nice bag for that. And but it probably wouldn't be the investment that these were. So
look at Andy. We had 30, but we're in the black, baby. We did it. You know what I mean? Oh, absolutely brilliant. Now, I have a special question of somebody that I'd like to show you. So here is a special message and a question for you lot.
ladies. Sorry I missed it tonight, but I was busy doing, well, other stuff. And I quite frankly couldn't be bothered. Anyway, no, actually, I am busy surprising Mark for his birthday, opening all his Black Series boxes. Because they're all just stacked there so neatly, and he's just not had time to open them. Poor guy. Anyway, I want to submit a question for you guys for tonight. Marry, date, or dump? Your three options are Henry Cavill, Chris Hemsworth, and my personal favorite, Danny DeVito. Bye!
Those are hard choices. Hard choices.
So your choices are you can either marry, date, or dump Henry Cavill. Who was the other one? Chris Hemsworth, was he? Or Danny DeVito? So,
Danny DeVito.
Emily, I'll start with you.
Oh. Marry. We'll start. What was it? Date, marry, kill.
Dump.
Emily.
That's how it normally goes.
That's the OG. Yeah. Okay. I dump Chris Hemsworth.
Mm-hmm.
Date Henry, marry Danny DeVito.
What? Yeah. You want to marry Henry Cavill? I'd marry Henry Cavill. Bloody hell. He's not.
Danny
nice.
DeVito, I want to laugh my whole life, so I'll marry him.
What about you, Anna?
Similar. I would marry Henry Cavill because have you seen The Tudors? And I would date Danny DeVito and I would dump Chris Hemsworth because I am a sucker. If a guy is super smart or super funny, it's over. I am head over heels. And Jeff is both of those.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and plus I prefer an English accent over Australian. So,
right. So we've all learned that Anna hates Australia. That's fantastic. Leslie, what about you, Les?
Well, I didn't even know who Henry Cavill was until I just Googled.
Looks just like me. So
So I like the funny. I mean, obviously, I laugh all the time. So Danny DeVito, marry.
Right.
The Henry Cavill, probably date and dump Chris Hemsworth.
What's wrong with why I thought Chris Hemsworth would be top of your list. Do you know what I mean?
He's gorgeous. He's nice, but when you have gorgeous and a British accent, which Henry Cavill has to have, you just
Helen,
gotta keep.
what about you? It's got to be hard for you, Ellen, being dating the lovely DTM to find somebody else.
It's a tricky one. But I've got to give all the love to Chris Hemsworth. So I would marry him. I would date Danny DeVito, and I would say bye, Cavill. Off you go.
No way, would you?
See you, bye.
Wow.
We've got a few Cavills, we've got a few Dannys, we've got one Chris Hemsworth. What about you, Georgie?
He's all mine. He's mine.
Yeah, I didn't know who the Henry was either, to be quite fair. So
Superman,
I'm gonna...
Georgie, Superman.
Oh, yeah, I'm not great with names. Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna whop Helen and take Chris off her to marry. Sorry about that. Just probably I'm gonna go. Yeah, I would date Henry then and actually dump Danny. I'm sorry, I have a height ratio perspective.
You've all seen Jeff. I don't.
You pay him a ladder. Kat, what about you?
I mean, Henry, I would marry. Superman, Man from Unc, ladies. You like a man in a suit? Watch that. Or, when he was in Mission Impossible and he did that thing. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would date Hemsworth. But I really like him when he had the dad bod in Avengers. Like, with the long hair. I like
Yeah.
that version of Hemsworth.
Yeah, he did something great for us fat blokes. M's
Right,
and things like that.
dad bods are in. I have no problem with dad bods. But I would dump Danny. Yes, he's very funny and I love humor, but every time I think of Danny, I just think of Penguin, and I can't get that. It's so gross. So I can't do Danny. I can't. Mm-mm. No.
Go on, Steph. Tell us the burning loins, Steph.
So I'm marrying Henry, dating Chris, and dumping Danny DeVito, unfortunately. Just again, for the exact same reason Kat said, just the penguin. That's just all I see. Yeah. Yeah. Henry Cavill's like really nice and quiet, and he's quite geeky, and he's a gamer as well, and I like gaming, so
gaming, collecting.
Yeah. There you go. And he's the Witcher. He's Geralt. Come on.
Get a new baby daddy, you know.
You can't get nerdier than that. He's the Witcher. All right, well. You know what I mean?
Well, I think we've found the common denominator: smart and funny.
Well,
Collector, smart and funny. That's what it is.
Once all these lads start reading books now, I'm gonna we have to get smarter, you know. So,
I mean,
Georgie loves a bit of Connery, you know, apparently so. Do you know what
I mean, it might just be me, but I could watch that man put together a computer every single day.
Oh yes, have you seen that video of him putting the computers together?
Pictures of him lighting up in front of his new, his new case. He's just, heck yeah.
Filth. Coxie says the woman in the top right of the corner is bloody gorgeous. Why? Thank you, Kev. Right, let me just get down this chat a little bit before I start asking you something else. A birthday suit, apparently, pod racing. That's what he dressed up in. That's not bad. That's how far behind I am. Let's have a look. I'm a little fat for a stormtrooper, says Jeff. No, you're bloody lovely.
No.
Sai says no one said Batman. Proper disappointed. Steve Knight says I dress up like an SAS commando, and during sex I'm in and out before she's even.
Oh, poor cat.
Yeah, says when Leslie and Pleat came to visit, I always wondered what the boots were for.
Even hidden so no one would know, but
really, really. Favorite film is Kinky Boots. Charming. Same as when Shabby first showed me his unicorn. We're not allowed to talk about that to you. Nobody's ever going to live that down. Yeah. He saying howdy as a hello to everyone never felt more awkward than when I said it to Pete. If Pete posts he stopped buying toys for a while because he's picked up a new pair of cowboy boots, we all know why. Let's have a look. I'm the same, Shabby. I've still got all my childhood toys, so I could be classified as a hoarder too. Yeah, I think that's where it comes from. And it always comes from other people collecting. Like my mum's always had bits here and there. My grandma did. My grandma used to. I don't know whether they're big in America or not. Remember those brass pencil sharpeners? But they were always done as old antique, like a sewing machine. And my grandma had loads of them. And so and the only reason I remember that because we went to a flea market. They had a few of them, and I thought, wow, you know what I mean? My grandma used to have them. I never knew they were over here. They go, come on, girls, if you buy a toy, you get a free bag. Look at that, Anna. Look at that.
Hey, Shabby, Claire said she sent a question. It's at the very end of the chat, so I thought I'd just let you know.
No. Honestly, I'm so far behind. You let me know. Let's have a look at Claire's question. Here we go. This is awesome. I've loved this. This has been brilliant. I'm having the time of my life. Thank you so much for doing this. Here we go. Claire's question. When you go into the supermarkets with your other halves, do they make a beeline for the toy aisle like Si does?
Every single time.
Do they?
I do.
I know exactly where to find it. Down the toy aisle.
I can't even get mine into the supermarket.
No, Jeff doesn't even collect like contemporary toys, but he still goes every single time we go to Target. He's like gone.
Yeah.
If we had a Target, he'd be in there all the time.
Yeah.
Our supermarkets.
Yeah, I agree, Georgie.
I don't think I've ever
have to
spent
do the
time
Target
out in the
pickup.
supermarket. When we walk in, we just do that. Do you know what I mean? I go that way, she goes that way. Oh, let's have a look. Woohoo, 3 weekends. Hang on, I'm usually with him. Oh, brilliant. I can't believe how many people are here. It's ridiculous. So sorry I'm behind on the chat. Pete can come round me. Pete can come round with those boots on any time. I've got a lot of gardening to do, so I need a robust boot. Oh. Look at this. The helmet will help also, Dave. Oh. I can honestly say, looking at this screen, the lads are definitely punching above their weights, or these women were drugged. Oh. Awesome. Emily is a collector. There you go. Oh, absolutely brilliant. I've got some more questions as well, so let me get down here because they're going to go mad at me, aren't they? The real question is, what is their favourite toy now? Oh, nice, Josh. Hey, Josh. What's your favourite toy now? So when you go to these conventions, Anna and Emily, and you look at the toys, you think, which one did you go? Oh,
I don't. Shabby, that's not what he's talking
Shabby,
about.
that's not what he means.
no, I'm
Can I just say, it's very refreshing that his mind did not go there. I'm surrounded by rum and all the other degenerate ice cream. So I love the fact that his mind was so excited. Like, yeah, toys now. So he's so innocent. It's refreshing. Thank you.
Josh, thanks, Josh. I appreciate that, mate. You know,
We're not going to talk about dog chew toys tonight.
Oh, here we go. I did the same with my ex, my partner at the time. She used to cosplay as Princess Leia. So one Christmas, I bought her a carded Princess Leia, and she was like, nice. Oh, thanks for that, Jason. Jason. Look at this. I've been so far behind in the chat. Half these women are now Oh, there's one for Georgie. Bob's Black Luther. Hello there, Georgie girl.
Hello.
Biker. Georgie. Hiya. Let's have a look. Right, I've got some more questions for you. Let's have a look. Let's have a look who else has sent us stuff. Oh, God. I mean, brilliant.
It's a bit warm in here, isn't it?
It is getting warm. Ever since bloody Josh said that. Oh, my life. Oh, I tell you who's got a question. This bloke. This is from the lovely Des. Hey, Shabby, here's a quick few fire questions for the ladies for tonight, right? Quick fire questions. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
So no one's going for Star Trek then.
We did.
We did not.
I
just like Wars better.
As in talking and meeting people, do you prefer the toy fairs or the conventions or live streams? Think of the smell.
No, I'm still going to go to conventions.
Yeah, I think face to face. Yeah,
because I can be awkward, but if I'm in person with people, at least I feel like my weirdness is endearing instead of just weird.
I say live streams because I don't like.
It's true. I enjoyed you in person, Anna.
I enjoyed you too.
Well, here's a question for you. You don't have to. Well, you don't have to. No one's watching. Only 70 people. Who don't you like? Can you tell me? I won't tell anybody. Who don't you like?
Well, Andy has never friended me on Facebook. My friend request is just out there in the ether.
Who has
so
it?
He's on my list.
Me? I am. Have I not?
You have.
Oh, I am. Who are you talking about?
Like who in here or just in the group?
Oh, anybody.
Like, anybody.
Talk about your neighbours.
It's on my list.
Him next door. Nightmare. Always
He hasn't accepted your Facebook friend request?
No, and now it's like a thing. It's like,
Oh, I see. Who hasn't
putting
done
out
that?
there.
Who hasn't done your Facebook friend request?
It's given me a complex.
We'll have to work that out. Oh, absolutely brilliant.
But now,
All right,
if he accepted it, it's kind of like a pity accept now, right?
I know. My request.
You might as well just cancel that request because you don't want to accept it now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can't be friends
I'll
now.
show him.
Here's the next one: Barbie or Cindy. Now, Cindy
Barbie.
was the British version of Barbie. So,
Barbie.
Everyone's going Barbie. Everyone's going Barbie. No Cindy fans out there. No,
never heard of Cindy.
I never heard of her.
I preferred Action Man, but there you go.
Is an awesome question. Gravy or sauce on your chips?
Sauce.
I'm assuming you're talking about French fries.
Yeah.
It's French fries and the sauce is ketchup.
Yes, it is.
Instead of gravy.
Neither. Fry sauce with French fries.
Fry
Fry
sauce.
sauce. What's
fry
that?
sauce?
It's like, it depends on where you get it, but the good ones are like ketchup and mayonnaise, and then like some have like relish and other things that make it.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, I think we call it burger sauce.
Here's
I
another
go
one for
with
you.
mayo on my fries.
Yeah, I like mayo on fries.
Mayo.
I do. I always like that.
I like
And I
the
know
mayo.
Gerard does. Gerard, every time we see a picture of Gerard's dinners, there's always a dollop of mayonnaise on it. I'll give him credit for that. Oh, bit of a controversy question. Sylvanian families or strawberry shortcake? Oh.
Sylvanian.
Best causing trouble.
I had a
Strawberry.
whole Sylvanian collection as well.
Yeah, I don't know what Sylvanian families are.
I was
So
gonna say, I
don't
didn't know about
Coleco
Sylvanian
critters.
families until Sai.
Calico, is that what they're called over here, Helen?
Calico critters, I think, isn't it?
Critters, yeah.
Yeah.
So the majority
They're
of
little-
They're in a different country. I have no clue what you're talking about.
And different critters.
Stu, beard or no beard?
No beard.
No beard.
Weird. I like beard.
Wait,
I like his beard.
I don't know that I'm going beard.
I like his beard. I think
it looks better with beard. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think his beard.
It might look better with beard.
All right.
What's
his team up, Bill?
You need to take a collection and get him some beard softener stuff. Is that
Yeah.
Oh, he has beard shampoo, beard conditioner, beard
Does
butter.
he? Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Georgie, for that. Thank you,
He
Georgie.
smells like a giant mango. I do like that part because I bought him this mango stuff. Yeah, smells like a giant mango.
Just like he looks like a giant mango.
Not looks like, smells like.
He looks like a mango.
Well, maybe when he shaves it off.
Is another one G.I. Joe or Action Man or Action Force? Which one?
Oh.
Remember where you're from, girls? Remember where you're from?
G.I. Joe, because I've never played with Action Man.
So G.I. Joe for the lovely cat.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. for me.
G.I. Joe.
Action
Looks like
Man.
you've all going
This
G.I.
one.
Joe.
Action Man with the blue Y fronts.
Very specific. I
And
like
that's
it.
Stu's next outfit.
Is the last one Shabby or Sai?
Oh.
One pick.
Sigh.
Like,
Helen, that bit quick. You didn't even think about that.
Okay, here's where we do the American or British.
Are we sure that there's really two of you? Kind of.
Seeing you both in one room.
You take off the hat and it's like seeing double. So
And say, Helen, it's just you and I that have met both, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are two.
Oh, you
They're both the same person. So
Yes, they are.
you know,
He's
today
good.
Shabby, but tomorrow Sai because I have one of his drugs.
The lovely DTM. The lovely DTM has been in touch, right? And he says, question to all the ladies. If there was to make an action figure out of anyone from our community, who would it be and what special action feature would they have? And then it says, P.S. Please can Helen dust the collection room? It's filthy.
This is just for Dave.
Kat, what's your answer?
I would now, with Leslie's permission, I'd like a Scuba Pete with a Stormtrooper helmet and cowboy boots on. I think him showing us it in real life just kind of sold it, so that's my vote.
So you're going to Steph? Who are you going for, Steph? What's the special action feature as well, Steph?
I'm gonna go for Martin as 007, and his special action is whipping his gun out.
The image I just got. I tell you what. Oh.
He does also really like the gremlin in the film, who's a slasher gremlin, so he could also do that one as well.
Keep talking, Steph. You're telling us loads and stuff. Keep talking. Hang on, Steph. Let me just get a pen and a piece of paper so I can write. Watch him out. Whips his pistol out. Got it. Really. What about you, Leslie?
Okay, so since Kat took my first one,
right?
We could share.
We can share. I'm gonna go with Saya's Batman.
Saya's Batman. What's his
Saya's
special
Batman.
feature?
Nice.
What's his special feature?
The Batcave. Sorry.
The Batmobile.
The Batmobile. That's his special feature. The Batmobile. So you can pick it up one day.
Yeah, driving the Batmobile because he doesn't drive.
Absolutely brilliant, Helen.
That way he can take me around.
He can take me around.
I don't know. Can you come back?
All right, Georgie.
I don't know.
I'm torn between two.
Oh, right. Go on.
I'm torn between Stu, of course, with some Sean Connery sayings, ever encapsulated.
Yes.
Or an Adam Berry with a sweet scent.
Yes.
Adam Berry like a strawberry shortcake?
Yeah. So he's going to be nice and fragrant.
There's something about him, though, isn't there? There's something about that Adam Berry. He's a sweet smelling boy. He really is. Anna, what about you?
Well, I think this could go. We could do a whole series of this, but it's Jeff as a random guy at a toy convention, and his special feature is like an action arm that just throws money out.
Love it. That's great.
Man. You do realise none of your husbands or fellas are ever going to talk to me again. Emily, what about you?
Easy. I would go double telescoping Andy.
Yeah. We still got the tip on the end of it. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
I'll leave it up to your imagination.
On Andy,
double telescoping.
But who's the guy? Is it Andy?
What's that?
You never told us the guy. Could have been anybody.
No, yes, Andy.
Oh, he's Andy, yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Andy and his double telescoping bits. Brilliant. All right, Helen, have you thought about this?
Right. So I think this particular person needs his own feature in his own right. So it would be Des T, and he'd have a pull string at the back, and it'd just say, "Because it's Star Wars."
Oh, yeah. That would be amazing.
Awesome.
I'll never forget it. He's pulling it. Now, when we're doing something, and he's pulling out KFC wrappers. And we're like, all right. He goes, okay, because it's Star Wars. I'll tell you what, I've never laughed. because it's Star Wars. Oh,
It's so
man.
true though, isn't it? You just someone finds out, or like family member finds out you like Star Wars, and you've got a stationery set coming and notebooks and headbands, and it's just like, what
I
was
mean,
it?
if your family had an issue with you lot though doing it, like you shouldn't really be doing that. Helen, what are you collecting that for? You should be out partying or something. You know what I mean? Have you ever had any family members think it's weird that girls do this, if you will?
No, my family thinks I'm weird anyway, so it's all right.
I said, we've got some friends who think I'm weird, and I just, you either love me or leave me,
I come from a family of weirdos, so I didn't have a chance on my own, but it's normal to us.
Georgie, I was in the supermarket doing some food shopping, and yes, of course, we got to go down the small toy lane. There you go. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay. Oh, this is great. Everybody got that question apart from Shabby. Yeah, cheers, Josh, for that. I appreciate it.
I love it. I love how innocent you are. It's refreshing. It really is.
Everyone got it apart from Shabby. Well, BOE says, I think that ET finger fits both definitions in the wheelchair. I have a question for you from Adam Berry. Lovely Adam says, what is your favorite Tom Cruise movie?
I'm really sorry, Adam, but I can't stand Tom Cruise, so none of them.
Well, Steph.
I've lost my street cred now.
Mine is Far and Away.
That would be my one.
That's
go on then. So, what was yours?
I haven't seen that one.
Far and Away with Nicole Kidman.
I like that one with Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, I mean he's a psychopath, but that's my favorite one. So, he is, but
What's your favorite Cruise movie?
Who are you talking to?
Leslie.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
If I have to pick one, it'd be Top Gun. But yeah, I'm not one to really watch a lot of him.
Not really selling the Tom Cruise movies. You like, he's all right. He's not bad.
And he's a psychopath, so
he's a psych. Why is he?
Yes, I love Far and Away.
I mean, just Google him outside of movies, and he's a psychopath. But he does make some good movies.
I suppose
he's a good actor.
What is it? War of the Worlds. He was good in that.
War of the Worlds. We got that.
I kind of wish he would have died off in Mission Impossible already. Like I was rude. I knew Cavill was going to be evil in it, but I was hoping like he was just going to smash his head in and we'd be done with Mission Impossible.
Well, I like those. Those are
like I like when I saw the preview for it in the theater, I was like, yeah, get him, kill him. I was hoping, but
I think must be up to like episode 25 or something now. Huh?
Yeah. It's like The Land Before Times. It's just never gonna stop. It's just gonna keep going. So
absolutely brilliant. Serious question: did the ladies that don't really find the collection of their significant others initially endearing, or was it something you had to warm up to come to terms with? So, Emily, did you go, well, I suppose it's part of him, I suppose. Did you, Anna? Well, I suppose,
No, I never thought of it as, I never had to warm up to it. Andy warmed me up to it.
Did he? Filthy animal.
He did. Well, because he didn't talk about it a lot, and he invited me to he was doing podcasts.
Yeah.
He sent me the link, and I think that I texted him after, like, why don't you talk about this? This is awesome. So I didn't have to worry. I thought it was really cool from the start.
Awesome.
But again, the collection doesn't live in my house, ladies. So
look at his face. What are you talking about, Emily? It's you.
That's the caveat. I don't live with it though. So
well, not yet. But when you do, when eventually something happens, are you going to go right? Well, we'll decorate in here. We'll move all this crap out, and we'll put all the pillows here.
No.
gonna
There
get a
needs to be a
man
space
cam.
for that. There
Yeah.
has to be a space for that.
Do you feel the same way, Anna?
Yeah. I don't remember toys when we first started dating, when I first met him.
Right.
It was more, I knew he had comic books.
Yeah.
But those were in generally, like in the long boxes and put away. There were things sprinkled in his house, but I don't remember toys so much. So I feel like it was kind of like that, put a frog into water and like heat it up instead of like throwing them in boiling water. I feel like slowly he unearthed his true collector self over time.
Right.
And I didn't realize it was happening. And then I woke up one day to this. So
it was just the one collection he bought.
Is that a Walter PP cable water piece? Look at Gary Moore with his James Bond. A shabby figure in an Everton shirt with a special crying action figure. I tell you, you show a little bit of emotion. And these lads take it to the cleaners, don't they? They take it to the cleaners. Emily, what's your favourite Tom Cruise movie before we get to question number 2?
Oh, I love all the Mission Impossible. It's just easy and fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna, what's yours?
Probably Far and Away. I'm not a huge fan of his.
It's funny that I thought that all the ladies love Tom Cruise. I thought my wife was my wife's first celebrity crush. That Tom Cruise. Well, there you go.
I saw Camilla had mentioned Cocktails, and that one is a good one. I just totally forgot about that.
Oh,
I'd have to go with Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder for
Days of
Georgie.
Thunder.
Question number 2. This is quite a thing of Adam. What perfume do you wear? I want brands and names. None of this Chanel rubbish. And if it is, I want Chanel number 5. So what perfumes is your perfume of choice? For Adam Berry, obviously.
Miss Dior is mine.
Miss Dior. Nice.
I can't remember what mine is, but it's a coconut smell. It's like a suntan oil, all that beach. Yeah. I don't remember what it is, though.
Oh.
I have a load of different scents with coconuts and pineapples and stuff. But if I go for a perfume, it's La Vie Belle.
Nice.
Nice.
I
smell like Julia Roberts,
Smell like Julia Roberts. Emily, what's yours?
Black Opium.
Black Opium. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Anna?
I'm wearing one now that's from Victoria Beckham. I don't remember.
Victoria Beckham. I mean, our Vic.
And I have Chanel Chance.
Chanel Chance. So what I think they're asking because they're going to work out how much these perfumes are, and then they can turn around. On a toy, size special feature would be pull a cord out his back, and he asks us a question of the week. I can imagine Adam turning a bright shade of red now. Absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look. Michael Reed says, "Is it the wet t-shirt segment on soon?" Just that. Well, it was, but I decided to put a dry one on. So,
well, Rum announced it on my stream last night. He said that you gave him an inside tip of it was a wet t-shirt segment somewhere in there. So,
how did Steph get on Rums? How did this happen, Steph?
I can't remember. I think he asked Martin and Adam to go on Monkey Lizard Hangout, and so we started watching more and more of his channel. And then I saw all the Lego studs and the model Top Gun model school that he does, and I like all that sort of crafty stuff. I have a craft room, and I like all the Lego. So I thought, oh, what if I get this? I really wanted the Rivendell set, so I thought, what if I get this massive set? I could do it on Lego studs. So that's how yeah.
He's a choice, isn't he? Our Salacious. He's brilliant. Because when you said, "Oh, I'm a bit nervous coming on this, Shabby," I'm like, "You've been on Rums. How can you get nervous doing this?"
Oh my heavens, yeah.
He's asked me to try and recruit everyone tonight for his harem, and I was like, no.
So Lord Mavelda's put all your lads together and said, so a guy in a storm helmet, raincoat, cowboy boots, who flashes his double telescoping bits and hands out cash is the dream guy. Do we all agree with that?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
My missus's favourite was cocktail. Women love him in that. Yeah. Great question, Adam Strawberry. Poor Tom. We're not discussing his personal life, just his films. Like, look at his biggest fan. What are you doing?
As women, we look at everything in a man. So, I mean, there's different levels of psychopaths. Some are acceptable, some not. His isn't really. So,
let's have a look at this. Did I mention that Steph hates David Bowie? No way, Steph. What?
She was tripping the other night.
Oh, I know. Yes, it's true. I don't like that.
Did you like him in Labyrinth? Did you like Labyrinth when you watched it? What? George, listen to this.
No. I've seen the comments. I have no comment.
I found everything in that movie just so ugly and grotesque. I thought, what the hell am I watching? There's a farting bridge in it, which I found hilarious, to be fair. And I liked, was it Sir Didymus? Is that his name? The Fox guy. He was really cool. But yeah, Hoggle is just in my nightmares. He's just, oh God, no. Yeah, unfortunately, sorry.
So you didn't watch me next stream on it. Got it. Okay.
I did, and that's what made me think, oh, actually, you know what? I need to watch this.
You just had to keep looking down.
Absolutely brilliant. What was that about men's aftershave in Anchorman? Oh, yeah. Do you remember?
Sex Panther. 60% of the time. Every time.
Yeah. I too. Let's have a look. 60% of the time, works every time. Yeah. Everyone's turned. I can't believe how many people have turned up for you girls. It's been absolutely brilliant. Woman's pheromones are named in 48 of 52 states. Shabby, I think you should have the ladies on as a recurring. Well, actually, there's somebody else on this stream that might be carrying on. Would you like to say, Leslie?
Yeah, so I want to keep our community for the ladies going, and I've asked Kat if she would join me, and we're getting the logistics together and all of that. So hopefully within the next month we'll have something going, and yeah, connect with me on Instagram, and I'll make sure you know.
That'll be awesome.
Everyone up to date.
Because I'll tell you what, I can't believe we've done an hour and a half already. This has been, I've absolutely loved it. I knew it'd be a laugh. I knew it would be. All of you, honestly, I love you all to pieces. This has been absolutely brilliant. Labyrinth scared Anna, did it? Did Labyrinth scare you, Anna?
Yeah, I have this weird thing. I love Muppets, but at the same time, there's certain Muppets that terrified me as a child that I'd still want to watch. But yeah, it was one of those that when it was on, I always wanted to watch it, but I wanted someone with me to watch it.
You know, the goblins in the beginning, they're terrifying when they're like in the crib and in the house. Like, they're terrifying. After that, they're warm and fuzzy. But in the beginning, yeah.
Well, even those red things that have limbs falling off them.
Oh, Georgie's got to kick off. Georgie's got to kick off.
They looked like plucked turkeys. They were really innocent.
I tell you, we find out loads of stuff. People hate Australia. People hate Labyrinth. I tell you what's going on. So that's where Leslie, if you connect with Leslie on Instagram, she's going to carry this on and do. I think we'll all tune in. I think it'll be absolutely brilliant. It really will. We've got roughly about 10 minutes left, so let me just find another question. I've got a few more questions for you. Let's have a look what else I've... Oh, Jeff Barker. Jeff Barker's been in touch. Let's see what Anna's done. Let's see what question Jeff Barker wants to do. At what point in a relationship did you realize there was a third entity in your relationship? stealing toys. And when did you have that conversation? It's either you, him, or the toy collection.
I don't know. I really don't. Like I said before, it's like I woke up and suddenly it was here, and I don't know if he had a, like a second life where he did everything.
Who's this, Jeff? Who's this weirdo?
His door stayed shut. Don't go in there. I'm working.
Right.
And all of a sudden,
oh, brilliant.
But I did call him. If he kicks the button before I do, it's all getting sold.
I like it when he's talking at night with us, lot, and he goes like that, and he comes back and goes, "I have to be quiet, lads."
He's so loud. He's one of those people that when he's on live or like on a call, his voice goes up exponentially.
He's excited.
It's like,
Anna, I bet Andy accepts your friend request now on Facebook after you said that.
Oh, I got Emily after
I like the way that Anna wouldn't say it wrong, and then Emily just goes, "Oh yeah, Andy will accept it now."
Wait, he'll as soon as Jeff kicks the bucket.
Question number 2 off Jeff Barker. In a case of a natural disaster, do you know the 2-minute emergency evacuation drill for the toys?
Yes.
So which ones would you grab and how to handle them? So if there's a disaster and you have to run into your toy rooms, girls, which toys are you grabbing first?
So I have 2.
Go on.
My poster, because it's an original. And then I have a Darth Vader signed by David Prowse. Those are the 2 that I would save because I can't replace those. Everything else I can eventually replace, but those 2 I can't. So
that's a point. I've got Prowse's autograph. We met him in when we were at Burnley Star Wars, and he's a lovely bloke. He was such a nice, friendly guy. Yes, so I agree with that.
So sweet, so sweet. Yeah.
Steph, you're not allowed to take your Lego. So what part of Martin's stuff are you saving?
The poster. Oh, it's over here and kind of you can't see it, but it's the poster that's signed by George Lucas, Irving Kershner. So yeah, that's like you say, that's kind of irreplaceable because it's their autographs. I think also the Yoda Canadian variant.
Actually, no. Tell me more about this Yoda Canadian variant.
Yeah. Well, Shabby, I'm glad you asked.
Is it in a little case, a little plastic case?
So he has a little plastic case.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
He's green. He's a shade of green.
Does he have a snake around him?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is it a different color? I think the snake might be a different color.
It might be because it's normally orange, but sometimes
it's usually orange. But there's also brown snake, isn't there?
Brown,
Look at this!
You pick things up as you go to these conventions with them, and as they like to talk about them. So yeah, there he is.
I'm a Yoda collector too. I just don't have the expensive ones.
Leslie, what about you? What's the 2 things you're saving, Leslie?
Well, it's called 3 Cats. Pete's going to be running around saving everything else, so I would immediately be getting the cats because they're a little more important to me.
DTM Canadian Yoda. So cats, right? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough. Right, lovely Helen. What are you saving, lovely Helen? What are you saving?
The cat, first and foremost. That'd be the first thing that Dave goes for.
Yeah.
Like before anything else, I'd be like, all right, get back. I'd be the cat, and I'd be the one thinking, oh, I'll just collect it. I'll just pick up his mark egg.
My neck of Robocop is burnt.
He'll run off. He'll run off with cat. It's saving himself and the cat. Gone.
See, it must be hard for some of you girls because you've got your own collections as well. So, George, who'd you save, yours or your Stu's?
Yours. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I do sort of a bit of both. I do half and half. So I do one where we have photo albums of like autographs and photos. They're all kind of accumulated pretty much into one.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a half and half. And I would save my pink chicken looking thing, apparently, Steph. but my mum gave me.
I'm so sorry.
He knows what a Canadian variant Yoda is, but in Labyrinth it's a pink chicken.
But I had that. It's the an original plush from Labyrinth when the movie was released in 86, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
So I saved that because it was given to my mum, and it was given to me by my mum, and we were at a club, and I had to go up and accept it in front of all the girls and boys getting their little cute teddy bears because it was their birthdays, and I had a pink chicken. But I wouldn't know where to replace that. So
now, Anna, this is basically off your husband, and he said you know the drill. So what's the drill, Anna? What two things are you saving?
He made it clear, very clear when we started dating. So it's two different things. Like when we started dating, very early on, and keep in mind, I was a single mom.
Yeah.
And I have a dog that is like my soul dog that I am attached to. But he told me that if there was ever a fire at that time, I was only to grab the giant X-Men #1.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything else is on its own.
That's it.
Let's get that. But that has since been sold. And so now, I mean, it's this part of the original 12.
Look out with shelf. Steph's been reading Red 5's book. Oh, nice, Steph. Nice. All right, Emily. So you
okay. So I've got two parts of this answer. First is in my house, if there were fire, my son has inherited my dad's comic book collection, and he's got some first edition, the very first Silver Surfer that ever came out. And so I would need to grab those if it were here. He's got a really nice comic book collection. But if I were to grab something of Annie's, he's made it really clear. There's one item that's so important to him. Apparently, it's really coveted. I mentioned very casually that maybe he should get rid of it, and I think he's very protective. So I would go with the off-brand Yoda lamp.
No, you don't, Jeff.
No, you don't say that. That thing's bloody awful. Have you seen Andy's Yoda lamp?
He loves it. I'm sure if he were here, he would say that is the only thing you need to grab.
Steph would hate it. It's not Canadian, so Steph wouldn't be a big fan of that at all. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, the Yoda lamp.
Look at that. Yeah, I think a lot of people are liking the comics right there. The Yoda lamp. I know. I mean, honestly, girls, you want to see this Yoda lamp? It looks like Steve Wonder made it. Do you know what I mean? It's bloody awful. You want to see this?
Terrifying. It's terrifying.
First edition Silver Surfer. So we've got one more question, and then we're going to call it a night. Let me just say, this has been one of the best birthday presents I could have had. This has been absolutely brilliant. I've loved it. You've had me in stitches, all of you. So I can't wait to watch you all again. Right. The last question of the night is, do you ever wonder that if your man didn't have a community or his toy collecting, what would he be doing with his time, energy, or money? So if you're not married or whatever, what would you be doing if you didn't have this? What would you spend your money on? Steph, I'll start with you.
Oh, okay.
Leslie, go ahead, because I can't imagine him without Star Wars.
When we didn't have as many toys around our house, it was bourbon. And then the bourbon market went whoop. So not as much bourbon, we got toys, but something like that. He would find something.
Bourbon, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? What would DTM be doing, Helen? What would DTM, if he didn't have a community in his toys, what else would he spend his money on?
I can't imagine Dave without any of his community or
Weird,
toys
isn't
now.
it?
Yeah. He's always had his collection. But I don't know what he'd do without it, really. That sounds really sad, doesn't it? Sorry, dude.
It's a great community.
It is.
You don't know what else anyone would do. You're like, I don't know what he'd do, to be honest.
I think me and Martin would probably have just way more dogs, and we'd just have a little group of dogs, I think.
How many dogs have you got now?
We've got 2, but Martin's always saying, we've got room for 2 more. We could have 4. I'm like, no, you don't have to look after him.
Kat, if you weren't spending your money on Star Wars, what else would you be spending your money on?
I mean, I collect a lot of other stuff like Halo, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Tomb Raider. So I collect a ton of other stuff. So I would still be or Godzilla. Like I have money to spend elsewhere. Or, I would I take care of like 25 stray cats, plus I have 7 of my own in the house. So if it wasn't towards collecting, it would be getting more cat stuff for outside stuff, like, a chicken coop or something.
George, what about you? Because I know you got to go quick, George, so let us know.
Yep, I do very much. I'd probably say traveling more.
Traveling more for Georgie.
Yeah,
Anna?
more vacations.
Jeff collects other stuff, so he probably first edition books.
I heard it was ladies' phone numbers Jeff collects. That's what I heard. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying that's what I heard. You know what I mean? Emily, what about your Andy? What else would Andy do if he didn't have this?
I would encourage him to buy more plane tickets.
More plane tickets, yeah. It's getting back and forth.
Yes. Music's big, so maybe something music. I don't know.
Well, listen, I honestly, I'm gonna go because Stu's on and we've got to go and watch Stu in 10 minutes. But thank you.
I think he's chomping at the bit to get in at the door. And
yeah, so is Martin.
Let me in. All right. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna say Anna, Emily, Georgie, lovely Helen, Mrs. Scuba Pete, our Les, our Steph, and the lovely Kat. I have had the best birthday ever. It's been superb. We've had over 70 people in the chat all the way through, so thank you all so much, and we'll let you all go. All right, girls. Wave to everybody, and we'll see everybody soon.
Bye. Bye.